Power 7 Podcast. What's going on? It's the Almighty Nicodemus back in effect. 2024. Here we are. Hip hop turned 50 last year. Now moving on. Let's pray. God willing. Hip hop see another 50. This year, I don't have a lot on my mind, but I do want to say, as we enter into this year, let's stop recording everything. Stop recording everything. Let's stop making videos of everything. You know, you don't have to make a skit out of dates. You don't have to pick up the phone when it comes to an argument or you're confronting your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whether it's real or fake. Let's stop adding to the labor of division. Let's stop doing it. Just to piggyback off of what I was talking about last week. Just let's get out of this labor of division. And those things, you know, grabbing your phone or deciding, hey, let's do this. Let's make a video about a date. I don't go to Cheesecake Factory. Let's make a video. Oh, you didn't pay for everybody because it happened before. Let's stop recreating all these labors of division. You know, it's not what's up. If you really got problems with somebody, you don't have to record it. Work out your issues with each other. You don't have to make content. Everything doesn't have to be content. You know, work out your differences. You don't have to make that a skit. You don't have to make that content. Let's stop that moving forward. We'll see how it goes. I'll check back in next year and see if we're still on it. But moving right along, I watched the Dave Chappelle special and it wasn't like gut busting, rolling on the floor funny. It was funny, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't that hard. You know what I mean? But it was cool. I've seen some people on it trying to make it controversial. You know how they do on TikTok, they put the ominous music in the background, and let's stop doing that too. Stop using that shit, man, to try to make things seem like they deeper than what they are. But anyway, you know, they got the ominous music in the background, and he's doing the Jim Carrey bit. And I'm like, the bit wasn't even fucked up. And I guess there's some people out here feeling like because what the punchline is that, you know, I guess some people are calling him a Republican. Some people are trying to say the bit is controversial. But it's like, one thing with Dave Chappelle, what I'm noticing is, especially on this special, because he says, I'm trying not to give anything away in case if my one listener hasn't seen it yet. He says in the beginning of the special, like, yeah, I'm not gonna do those jokes anymore because it got me in trouble. I don't want to go through it no more. But that he does the complete opposite. And I'm like, this motherfucker's a fool. And I think he's like real life. He's trolling with his damn stand up. It's funny. And at least that's what I'm getting from it. And it's people, especially young people. And it's like they don't get that he's doing what they like to do. He's trolling like a motherfucker. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep doing this shit. I don't care if y'all don't like it or not. I'm doing that shit on purpose. I seen a brother on Twitter yesterday talking about he's a Republican now. I'm like, he didn't even, and really the jokes. What's crazy about somebody saying that is like he didn't make no political jokes. None of his jokes were like political. He wasn't saying anything like talking about politics or even politicians for that matter. whether bigging them up or down them. He was just on some just telling stories and making jokes. You know what I'm saying? Big punchline. And he do a punchline within a punchline. And by now, like, that's probably the one complaint I got. It's like, all right, man, we know that's your man. You're not gonna switch it up. You're gonna keep hitting us with the formula. You're gonna keep hitting us with that formula, the joke inside the joke inside the joke, where you come back to the thing you started out with. Like, that's what didn't make it that funny for me, was his execution. Not that I'm some type of comedy expert, but it was kind of like the execution that he put on it. It was like, all right, that's what you always do. And then the thing is, while people are, trying to say, oh, he's a Republican now, or trying to make it controversial, everyone that he had a bit about in the special, at the end of the special, everybody he got to bit about, that he made a joke about, that he talked about, are all at the end of his special, like little clips. They're hanging out, like pictures of him hanging out with Chris Rock, pictures of him, because he got a bit about Chris. The Jim Carrey bit, Jim Carrey, Lil Nas X, a trans, like everybody he makes a bit about. There's a, I don't know, for lack of a better word, a collage of different photos with him and everybody he talked about in his special. So it's kind of like, I don't know where the Republican part comes in. I don't know where the whole controversial stuff comes in and why people feel that way. I don't know. It's just, and he's catering to white people. Just, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm never gonna understand what leads people to go the direction they go, because I ain't them. And if they don't make a clear cut reason for it, it's hard for me to understand where they're coming from, or even be like, oh, I can see that. I couldn't see why, which leads me to another point. My people. Hip hop turned 50 last year. Another thing I seen the brother say, blaming these record labels, for what hip hop is. I get it. They do deserve some blame. I'm not gonna lie. But when are we going to start focusing our attention on the people who were creators? When are we going to stop making excuses for guys who could have walked away and could have stood back, who could have sacrificed? So what? The music didn't have to blow up. It didn't have to do that. But it did. You accepted it. You took that. You took that on. And it's just sometimes I feel like people want to keep getting treated with kid hands. No accountability, no self-responsibility on not just the consumer. The consumer's going to consume. That's what America's built off of. But the actual creators, I don't care. Stop telling me, oh, you poor, somebody offers you $1 million. You're going to take it and you're just going to do whatever they want. So basically, you're telling me, if we hip-hop heads, and we're acknowledging that shit, and we're still continuing to listen to the music, and we're saying, oh, the music is fucked up, and it went away, and it stopped being pro-black, and it stopped being positive, and it started being fucked up at this time, but we still listen to it, because we ain't gonna know better. The artists ain't gonna know better. Nobody knows any better. Is that what you're telling me? We just all don't know nothing, and we're being manipulated, and then as we always bring this shit up and find someone to blame for the problem, we're continuously blaming, but we're not stopping back, falling back, and being like, no, fuck that. We ain't going for that. We ain't fucking with that. We ain't dealing with that no more. Still ain't walking away. Still making excuses. And I just want us to stop doing all of that moving forward, That's what everything you want to do, need to apply it to. Let's apply it, So, just want to get that off my chest this morning. I want to tell everybody, or my hood listening, hey, Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Happy New Let's be strong. It's your boy, Almighty Nick Davis, Power 7 Podcast. Peace.